Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today is one of those super busy update days, right? We got the maintenance and data download on global. We saw the new LR Broly. We got the info that new Super Battle Road stages are going to be coming soon. Now JP got a data download. These are all new World Tournament units. Gotenks should be the World Tournament reward card. And then Tau, Ox King, and Android 8, they will be cards in the Dragon Ball Saga banner. So, I mean, here's the thing. All four of them are definitely going to be usable, but as essentially World Tournament free-to-play units, they're not quite as good as they're going to look. I know that there also was global Part 2 celebration info put up. I probably will still do a video for that, but I do want to cover all of these new units because I don't always, do a rainbow video of every new unit that comes in a data download with the private server, because, they're about to come out in a few days. I'm going to rainbow the units anyway. But, Tau and Android 8, as summonable units on the World Tournament banner, it's going to be a year before I'd be able to rainbow them. So, I probably will do videos on them at 100% very shortly. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the translations, courtesy of our boy Goresh, the king himself. So, first we're looking at Android 8. Now, again, keep in mind that these are free-to-play units. So what that means is they have very, very low stats, right? Android 8's attack is 11,000. That's not good. So that is what, even though these units are going to have impressive sort of percentage numbers, they're not going to hit as hard as you'd think, right? It's why LRs, they can have 80% attack and defense or something like that, and they're hitting 5 times harder than a unit that has a TUR that has 150% attack, right? It's the difference in stats means so much because of the gigantic leader skills. So this is a kind android's wrath. Yeah, this is when he knocks out General White. What is that his name? General White? At the top of Muscle Tower, I believe, is when that Android 8 is from. So SCR key 2, 50% the stats, that's fodder. Super attack is the Fist of Anger, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. So he does lower attack, that's nice, that's very good. His passive Gratitude for Goku is 100% attack for 3 turns after receiving an attack, and then he gets 80% attack and defense if there's a Goku family category ally present. So, that's pretty good. Here's the thing. Again, he's not going to be having a 3 million attack set or anything like that, but for just a World Tournament unit, he's definitely going to be solid. And because of the way his passive is set up, I believe those are going to, multiply into each other. So he is going to be able to put up good attack numbers, no doubt about that. Now, he's on a Dragon Ball Saga team and then the Android team. I mean, unfortunately, on the Android team, he's not going to be the best because you're not going to have an ability to have that Goku family category ally on it. I mean, perhaps if they eventually release an Android category leader that's a dual leader, then you could. But as of right now, Android 8 is meant to be used on the Dokkan Fest Kid Goku Dragon Ball Saga team. Remember, with the global update, remember it used to be called the Childhood Saga, which made more sense than Dragon Ball Saga, considering the last arc of Dragon Ball is not included in the saga. And then also the Child Fighters or whatever was translated as Youth. Whenever they get updated for global, the community just basically uses the global translations. I mean, Dragon Ball Saga certainly sounds better than Childhood Saga, even though Childhood Saga was more accurate to what the category actually is, right? I guess they could do a 23rd World Tournament. Well, I don't know. They couldn't really do a 23rd World Tournament Saga, huh? Because there is already a World Tournament Saga, so I don't know. I guess that category... that's why they should have just added it. They should have just made it the entirety of Dragon Ball. That's so dumb. Now I'm thinking about how stupid that is. Because they're not going to do the 23rd World Tournament as a separate category when there's already a World Tournament category, right? Dumb. Okay, so... links are Infighter, Tough as Nails, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, The Incredible Adventure, Android Assault, that horrible link, and Gentleman. I mean, he's going to have things like Guidance to the Dragon Balls and Incredible Adventure with half of that team, so I don't know. Android 8 definitely looks intriguing. I'm going to be interested to see how well he actually looks in-game, but keep in mind that the 180% attack he'll be able to get with only 11,000 attack, that's going to equate to a lot less than, a different TUR unit. Next, we have Gotenks. Now, this appears to be the actual World Tournament reward card. I like what they're doing now, because the last World Tournament reward card, that SCR Goku Black, I think he's still the best World Tournament reward card. He is a support type unit for Future as well as Time Traveler, which most of those units cross over into the two categories. This Gotenks is similar, but it's going to be a little bit. Let's take a look at it. So this is Fierce Energy Attack, Super Attack type Key 2, and 70% the stats, so that's not the worst. His Dynamite Kick does supreme damage and stacks attack and defense. That's interesting. His passive, Fighting Motivation. At the start of turn, change AGL Key Spheres to Tech. Then he gives Youth category allies 20% attack and 10% defense, and Fusion category allies 20% attack and defense 10. So, I mean, here's the issue. He's only giving the 40% attack to basically, like, Gotenks units. That's it, because they're the only ones that cross over basically between Youth and Fusion. So I don't know, like, you're not gonna get as much out of this guy as you'd like to on either the Fusion team or the Youth team. So honestly, this guy, he's not the most impressive. Like, they definitely could have made him better. I don't know. See, they just released the 40% Movie Hero support unit Gohan, but I almost feel like Fusion and then also Movie Hero would have been a much better idea, because then at that point, well, okay, but he's not a Movie Hero, huh? I don't know. Y'all get what I'm saying. Youth and Fusion, there's not a lot of crossover there. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, The Innocence, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, and Over in a Flash. So he does have Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, and Over in a Flash. That's good for, like, the Fusion team and stuff. His categories are the Buu Saga, Fusions, Hybrid Saiyan, and Youth. I mean, at least if you're on the Buu Saga, you know, he will be able to give a buff as well to, like, Kid Trunks and Goten, but, like, only a 20% buff, which is not that impressive. So, I don't know. You can miss me with the Gotenks. They could have designed him a little better, I think, because not a lot of, like, crossover between Youth and Fusion. Of course, he's a free-to-play unit, so he's still got the low stats. Next, we got Cyborg Tau. Now, Tau definitely seems interesting, just like Android 8. Both Android 8 and Tau do seem kind of interesting. So, of course, he's got the same free-to-play stats. So, this is Brutal Revenger. He has Tech-type Key 2, HP attack and defense 50%. His super attack is the Super Dodon Ray, which does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun. So, a medium chance to stun is definitely solid. His passive skill, Meticulous Preparations. Attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack. Then he gets 20% attack and defense for each attack received up to a max of 80% each. What is his defense? About 7,000. Okay, so he might be able to have pretty decent defense after he super attacks. That's what's really intriguing me about this guy. Then he's got the medium chance to stun. You know, he is going to have essentially 180% attack if he's fully built up. This guy could be interesting. He could be interesting. He's only on the Revived Warrior team and the World Tournament team, though. I mean, he's definitely going to be one of the better units on the World Tournament team. So, I mean, maybe that could be useful. I mean, if they're going to give us, like, a World Tournament Super Battle Road upcoming or something like that, this guy could potentially be a pretty solid unit on there. His links are Crane School, Supreme Warrior, Coward, Revival, Dodon Ray, and Brutal Beatdown. I don't really know of a lot of units that are going to share a lot of those links with him on the on the World Tournament team. I mean, Revived Warrior, I guess, like, Supreme Warrior, I don't know. He's got Revival. That's about it for the Revived Warrior team. I don't know. That's the other thing, too. This guy, like, I guess you could have Brutal Beatdown, but, like, you know, Dodon Ray, Coward, these are links. Crane School, you're not going to have these active. So, like, you know, a lot of times units will have, you know, 100% attack and defense or something like that, but then they're also going to get, 20%, 30%, like, attack from links or something like that. This Tau's not going to have that, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Again, these, I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to poo-poo on these cards that much, but they remember that they look more impressive on paper than they're actually going to perform. Now, this one is very disappointing. I don't know what they were thinking. So, this is an SR, Ox King. Now, here's the thing. He's probably the best card in this batch, but he's still an SR, which means he does not have access to the potential system. It's so dumb. So this is Emperor of Fire Mountain Ox King. His super attack, Hardened Battle Axe, does supreme damage and stacks defense, which is very good. Leader skill, physical type, key to 30% of stats is pointless. His passive, Guardian of the Treasure. Defense 150%, and then he gives Dragon Ball Saga category allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense. He's really good. He's really good. But guess what? When I was talking about how, like, Tau and Android 8 aren't as impressive because their stats are low, keep in mind that Ox King, because he does not have access to the hidden potential system, his defense is 3,000. So that 150% defense is not going to hit the way it seems like it's gonna. Now, he does stack his defense, which is good, but I mean, I don't see why you can't release SRs anymore. Like, SRs don't have access to the hidden potential system, so they can't even be like half as good as normal units. Like, I don't understand why they would do this. Like, I mean, he could still be useful, but it's like the same thing. So they released that physical SR Trunks during the 4-year anniversary, who's solid. He's definitely a solid unit, but like, he gets hit for like 50 and 60k. Like, you can't really run units like this. I mean, this guy does have better defense. I'd love to see it in action, but his stats are very, very low. So he's got Infighter, Tough as Nails, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, Incredible Adventure, and Turtle School. A lot of very common links on that Dragon Ball Saga team. And then that is the one team he's on, so he's meant to be used there. So I do think these units are interesting. They're certainly better than like a lot of the World Tournament cards we've seen in the past. Outside of this Tech Gotenks, I don't know. I'm not too impressed by him. But like Android 8 and Mercenary Tau and Ox King will definitely have some use. So I'm glad I didn't really go ham on the Dragon Ball banner recently after I pulled the last SSR I did not have, because now there's actually reason to summon on it with some new cards. So we'll see. I mean, at the very least, it is good that they're sort of buffing the Dragon Ball Saga team, you know, because that category is very, very small. Like here, if we pull up the wiki, we can go ahead and see just how tiny that category actually is. Because a lot of these, like, here, let's just pull it up. There's not a lot of firepower on the category, so to say, right? So we got these 3 new units who are very good. These 2 units are also very good, right? But then after that, it's pretty weak. I mean, you know, this King Piccolo, you're not going to run him. You're going to run the STR one. Like, Jackie Chun's not anything too crazy. Y'all see what I'm saying? You can't even use the TUR Kid Goku there. I mean, a lot of the Arales are interesting, but, like, I mean, the Arales are, like, extinct cards at this point, so either you got them or you don't. What's weird is that I saw that Global is actually bringing back the Arale story event, but not the other. There's 2 Arale, like a story event and then kind of like another story, like, I don't want to call it a story event, but another Arale event. The other one they're not bringing back, and they're also not bringing the banner back to Global, which is odd. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't bring the banner back, so I don't know. It's good, though, that there is definitely additions to this category, because it certainly needs it. You know, Kid Goku's team is still fine, because he does have the youth category as well. Now, the youth category is actually kind of stacked, right? You got a lot of really, really strong units on here. You know, units like Brawl, right? LRB Pan, EZA Family Kamehameha Goten, LR Trunks and Gohan, you know, LR Gohan. You know, you got, between the 2 teams, you got a lot of units, but it definitely needs to be fleshed out more. We definitely need more firepower for sure. Wait a minute, this Chi-Chi real quick. Okay, yeah, she is in the Dragon Ball Saga category. Okay. But all right, so we'll finish up here. Let me know what you guys think of these new World Tournament cards. World Tournament starts in a few days. What is it, the 23rd? 24th. Okay. Yeah, that's Friday. So I'll see y'all then. I'll probably be trying some Twitch streams for the World Tournament. We'll see. But thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.